You're a teacher who feels fine with the food all day, can even go days without eating anything, then gets home and turns into a bottomless pit. This video is probably for you, because I don't think this is a discipline problem like most. I think this is a school problem. I think it's what happens when you spend all day being patient, calm, switched on, interrupted, needed, asked for, spoke at, and pulled in 17 different directions. Because after all that, when you walk through the door when you're home, you're not going to feel calm. You're not going to feel energized. So of course, this is where it all falls apart. I used to do this all the time when I was teaching. I'd be fine in the morning. I'd tell myself I was going to have a good day at school, that I was going to have a good day with my food. I'd go in with all good intentions. Then school would be school. Something would happen. A behaviour incident, a parent email, some nonsense at lunch, or just being dragged into a meeting really quick. And those things would absolutely zap me. So by the time I got home, I didn't want to cook. I didn't want to think. And I just didn't want to do anything. I just wanted something easy. Something that'd make me feel good. A little pick-me-up. So I'd pick toast, crisp, biscuits, maybe order a takeaway. Then I'd feel annoyed at myself because I knew better. That was probably the most frustrating bit for me, being stuck in that loop of always wanting to change, but never being able to do it because I was so tired and so drained by the time I got in. Because I knew what I should be doing. Most teachers do. Everyone knows protein matters these days. You know that you're gonna feel better with a home-cooked meal than a takeaway. We know that random bits from the kitchen, like whatever biscuits you've got in, are not a good substitute for a tea. But it doesn't matter what you know if you've got nothing left at the end of the day. And to me, that's what most fitness advice you see online misses. Even ironically, some of the stuff I've seen directed at teachers. Have you thought about swapping your biscuits for a protein pudding? Nice one, mate. That's a really good idea. Have you thought about swapping your bagel for a bagel thin? Great. You know, it's giving you a very basic answer which you already know when you need an actual solution. Because if your whole plan relies on the exhausted version of you acting like a really energized bunny off those commercials, guess what? You're always going to be destined to fail. And it's not because you're weak or because you don't want it enough. It's because you're absolutely zapped. So to me, I want you to stop asking, why do I keep doing this? And instead start thinking about, why is this always so easy to do? Because to me, that's the real question. That's what helped unpick it for me, and that's what's helped unpick it for most of my clients. You know, are you doing it because when you get home, you're starving? Or is it more the case that when you get in, you've got nothing easy, and easy is all you want? Or is it just a case of the fact that you sit down on the couch and completely crash, and doing anything feels like the worst thing in the world? Because to me, that's where you start. And I'll tell you right now, if you're really struggling with it, my Instagram is always open for you to send me a message or send me a voice note and we can chat about it. Yes, I've helped thousands of teachers, and yes, I've got an online program that can help. But if you just need a couple of messages, I'm more than happy to do that for you as well. And to me, if we really want to stop these after school binges, it needs to start way before. Now, the first roadblock that I like to put in the way of it is to have something straight after school. Almost turn your day into 4 meals rather than 3. Have your breakfast, have your lunch, and yes, make sure you have it. Have a 3 p.m. snack when school finishes, and then have your tea at night. Sure, you can have some snacks as well, but if we're nailing those 4 and we're having something really filling with a bit of protein and hopefully some fruit or veg, you are going to be absolutely laughing. Then, when you get in, what we want is already pre-planned meals so that you know what you're having without you thinking about it. And keep them super easy. Potatoes and chicken done in the air fryer. Eggs on toast. Maybe a jack of potato. Something in the slow cooker that you've pre-made, like a pulled beef or a chicken curry. Anything that you like which isn't going to be too taxing on your brain to make. Because if you're putting these two things in place, you're going to have enough food in your body and enough energy to mean that you shouldn't fall into that binge trap that you normally do. And then my last piece of advice with it is to make sure that any biscuits and chocolate and treats that you've got are in a place where you don't go too often. So they're not in your mind's eye. If you're always going the fridge first and whenever you open it, it's full of chocolate bars, guess what you're going to grab when you're not thinking? If they're in a high cupboard, which you don't normally use and you just got as a little secret stash for when you want one, you're less likely to do it because you're not going to see it as much. And that's the key. Get more food in your belly, make it super simple, and keep the temptations in a place out of sight. Because we need to stop expecting the most tired version of you to make the best choices. They will only go for the easiest. So make the easiest the best by future planning. Have a snack after school. Have a simple pre-planned meal ready to go for when you're in. And keep the treats out of sight so they're out of mind as well. And if you need any more help with this or anything else that's related to your health or fitness, I'm only a message away on Instagram. Teachers PT. It's the best place to find me. I get back to everyone as soon as I can, and I really want to help you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And if you've got a second, just hit the like and subscribe. It will really help this reach other teachers too.